So hopefully a couple of you might have caught that legato video that I did yesterday, and the idea is that hopefully you can leave some comments there and tell me what it is about my legato technique that you want me to talk about, or what it is that I can give to you to kind of make it clearer what you might want to work on if you're trying to get your legato like mine, if you wanted to do that for whatever reason. So please do take a look at that and leave some comments so that I can put something useful together for you. What did crop up in the comments was someone asked about how I join up pentatonics. So I just wanted to use that as an opportunity to talk a little bit deeper about pentatonic scales. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So in the guitar world, a lot of people that I've talked to, whatever level they're at, they might say, you know, I've got a good grasp of the pentatonic scale, but I want to do some more interesting stuff. I've done a few like Skype lessons and stuff, and this is generally the kind of the talk that I have with people, and I think most people tend to, but not necessarily most people, but a lot of people that I talk to kind of think of pentatonic as this thing, and then maybe that's about as far as they get with it, and or maybe there as well. But what I would suggest the pentatonic scale actually is this. And unless you can think about the pentatonic as that joined up thing, and that's not even in a complex particular way of doing it, if you're not thinking of the pentatonic in a joined up way, then I think you're not necessarily getting the most out of pentatonics that you could be. So when people talk about, you know, I feel like I'm trapped in a box with my pentatonic playing, that's because you don't know enough boxes, generally, is the way that I think about it. So if I'm playing in A major or F sharp minor and I only know this one pentatonic box shape, then my playing is going to be limited to here, this box, and here, this box. Well, that was slightly outside of the box as well. So there's this whole gap on the fretboard where you've got less joined up thinking. So what I'd say is there's these other boxes which you should also be looking at, and the more boxes you have, the less in a box you feel. I'm going to stop saying box in a sec, because you can jump from box to box. I say box more. So I just wanted to throw 3 exercises your way, and the tabs for these will be on my Patreon if you want them, but they're relatively simple. So this is what I think is a good route to getting more out of your pentatonics. So go up one shape, shift to the next shape, come down, shift up again, and then up, shift, then we're back at the beginning. We could do the same thing descending. So that's exercise 2. And then the third exercise is to start to introduce position, not position, but direction shifts. So we go up, down. Do you hear what's going on there? So up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So these are the kind of exercises that actually tell you whether or not you know your pentatonic. I wouldn't suggest playing them fast like that to start with. And you also want to think about every single key, and also use the guitar to tell you. So for instance, if I was doing that same type of exercise but in E major, I'm going to have to start with a different position if I start on the lowest point in the neck. So use the limitations of the guitar to teach you these positions, if you see what I mean. So for that E major one, if I start on my lowest point in the guitar with a fretted note, I have to start on position 3 of the pentatonic scale. Then I'm back to the normal shape that you're probably all familiar with here. So that's just how I want to open that conversation on pentatonics. Don't worry too much about technique. You can alternate pick them all, you can legato technique them all, play it however you want. The goal is to try and join up this thinking. So leave some comments below if there's other approaches or other things you want me to discuss on just the pentatonic stuff. This is how I want to open up the conversation about it, and those are my first 3 exercises that I think you should try. So do it in all sorts of different keys, but start off in F sharp minor maybe, and then descending. It's a great warm-up exercise, and then once you're comfortable with those two, ascend up 2 strings and descend down a 3rd. Just 3 simple exercises. So yeah, leave some comments about what you think might be the next thing you want to know on pentatonics, or if there's anything there which doesn't make sense, or yeah, whatever you need. Tabs will be on Patreon. Yeah.